Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingWithMe.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram and over on Facebook at Me Crafty Scrapper Creates. And today I wanted to share a few things with you. I've got the November E-Club kit. If you are not a subscriber to the E-Club kit, you are missing out. Y'all need to be subscribed to the E-Club kit. I will leave the link to subscribe to that. I can't even say subscribe today. Yay! To subscribe to that, I will leave the link in my description box below. It is a monthly kit. It is for card makers, journalers. I mean, if you keep a diary, if you scrapbook, if you make little mini albums, what we send can be used in a multitude of different ways. So it is something that you want to be a part of. I guarantee it. And each month I share the kit and I share my project that I make with it. We have already used this kit once. Mom has used it also on her channel, but we've already used this kit once in our live that we had last week. And we made Christmas cards. And I will show you those and leave the link to our live video in the description box below also, so you can find that and watch it. I know when we do live videos here on YouTube, it doesn't show up in, like when you go to our channel, it doesn't show up where it says videos at the top. You know, that's where all the list of my videos are. When we do a live video, it only shows up where it says live, the live tab at the top of the channel, so you have to click there to see that live video. Anyway, I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. We had a special guest show up at Mom's, and it's a good almost 2 hours of us chit-chatting and making Christmas cards. But now that it's not live, you can fast forward through any part that you don't want to see, and if you just want to see the card making. So here is one of them that I made. Mom made 4 in that live also. We did lots and lots and lots of chit chat, so. But yeah, we made cards with the November kit already, and that special kit that we put together for the live video had a digital set made by my daughter Bethany, and this is one of the tags that was in that digital set. And we have, if I'm not mistaken, we have that digital sheet for sale on the website, and I will try to remember to leave a link to that also. But that's one of the cards that I used her digital on, and this was one thing that was in that special kit, the live kit, that picket fence distress paint, and it is so fun to use. I even got some on these little tickets or tags that Miss Betty Ann Renfro made for us in the November kit. So there is, whoop, I'm losing my ring I'm going to use today. There is that sheet that Betty Ann did for us. Get everything out in its entirety and not cut out. Aren't those cute? She did such a good job. She's my one sheet wonder person. Anything I throw at her, she is game for. I appreciate Miss Betty Ann. Also appreciate her coming and visiting my mother. I mean, she drove, what, 8 hours to stay overnight with Mom and just be with her, be with us on our live video, and it was just very, very nice of her. I don't know many other people that would do that. So, thank you, Betty Ann. We got book pages in the November kit. We got some brads, but the good thing about these brads, this brad set, is they are sticky on the back. So they're metal and resin, and then they have, you know, all kinds of little designs in them, but you don't have to worry about punching a hole and setting the brad legs because they're all just sticky on the back. We got some black pearl that's got adhesive on the back, some baker's twine, die cuts, more die cuts, a 6x8 paper pad. You got some cardstock. I'm going to make a little ring book, but before we do that, and it's super duper easy, you can do all the decorating after you put it all together. Before we do that, I was going to show you just a few things in the December kit, and I think we've still got some of these available for one-time purchase in the shop at scrapbookingwithme.com. I do believe we are sold out of November e-club kit. See, that's the reason why you need to be a subscriber to the e-club kit, so that you can guarantee getting yours each month. And you don't have to worry about, I wonder if they're going to have one left over so that I can buy it, or even find it to buy it. Fast fingers, you know. Sometimes these e-club kits, what we have left over, when we put them on the website, within an hour they're sold out, the extras. So it's very, very good if you just go ahead and subscribe to them each month. So you got tags and some charms in here, and trim. Another piece of lace trim. Look how pretty that is. I love that. A different kind of glue stick. We carry glue sticks in the shop, but this is a mini, and it's made by Tombow. They have been around for years and years and years, and so I wanted to include that and see what you thought about that glue stick. And yes, I put together the kit ingredients. So anything that comes to you in a monthly kit, you know that Melina has had a hand in this. I try to get as many coordinating things as I possibly can. Sometimes our supplier is good about it, and then sometimes not so good. So I have to work extra hard sometimes. This one had a 6x6 paper pad in it. And we had a snow theme for January. So look at all that. This is just screaming for a shaker box or a shaker tag. Ooh, yeah, let's make some shaker tags with that when I make this video for the December kit. Remember, this is November kit. This is December kit. Snowflake stickers, and then you got some cardstock. We try to always send you some solid cardstock, so if there is some card makers in our e-club kit subscribers, they will have cardstock to make themselves some cards. But then that's also good for scrapbook pages and journal covers and things like that. So we also got in that kit for the live video that we did, me and Mom did, one of these exact center rulers that B&E Designs, my sister and her husband, made for us, and we have these in the shop for really inexpensive. So if you don't have one of these, so you've got your center line here, it's a great ruler. We also got a full stamp set in that live kit, and so I will be using that in years to come also, not just this Christmas, but each and every Christmas, because it had, that's why I picked it out, because it had quite a few things that we could use. It even has a tag outline that you could stamp and then fussy cut out tags, so I loved that. And got lots of craft cardstock, white cardstock, and envelopes in that live kit. So we liked putting together that live kit. But there were only 16 of them, so whomever got those had to have really fast fingers. They sold out really quickly. Right here at Christmas time, it was kind of hard to get any more than that. So we apologize if you didn't get in on the live kit, but for those of you that did, it was mostly, majority of it was basic card making supplies, and then we just threw in a couple of extra stuff. So on my ring book that I want to make, I want to use some of these book pages, but for my beginning of this ring book, I want to get one of the images out of this paper pad for the front. So I think I want to make it a little bigger than these. I think these are 3x4 cards. Let's see. These are, yep, 3x4 cards. So I want to make the tags for each page a little bit bigger because I want one of these as my front. And I think I want that wishing you a Merry Christmas. There's 2 pages of each design in this. Look at that, how cute. That would be so adorable to add to a either a journal page if you're doing a jumbo journal, or a scrapbook page, and you know, put the year on it, and then things that your kids or your grandkids or something ask for. That would be so cute. Let's get out. That's some of that white cardstock that I had left over. I like that. And put that on the top. That is like some old faux postage. Very cute. And put this on top of it. So let's cut this 4x5 and see what that looks like. I might have to do some kind of adjustment, but let's see. So 5 inches tall by 4 inches wide. Oh, I like that. That's a cute little size. I like that. I think I will outline this or mat this with one of the solid cardstock colors, just so it stands out a little bit more. I really like that. And I think I'm not going to cut these tag shaped. I'm just going to round my corners. So I'm going to do the deepest round on my 3-way corner punch. And we have these in the shop also. If I use something that we don't have in the shop, I will be sure to let you know. But most everything that I use here on my channel comes from scrapbookingwithme.com, because I mean, that's our shop and that's how we make a living. Both of my children work there. My husband works there. He is the major, he's the one that works the most at scrapbookingwithme.com, believe that or not. He is, and I asked him, he is a minister by trade. I guess you could say that. That's what he is as far as going and evangelizing, things like that. But if any of you have ever been in ministry, you know that most of the time that does not pay all the bills, so you have to work elsewhere. So, but that is his main employment other than being an evangelist and in our singing ministry. So he is the one that's over there most all of the time working, and I'm over there maybe two days a week. Bethany is over there usually 3 days a week, and then Aaron's over there usually 2 days a week. So, and then of course, you know, Mom's over there every day. The shop is at her house. It's an extension off of their house, and so that's how that all works. I thought I'd give y'all a little bit of insight, as in scrapbookingwithme.com, how all that works. Now let's see. I might cut that down just a little bit more. Yeah, I want just a little bit more off of this edge. While I was chit-chatting, I must not have cut it correctly. So let's go down just a like a 1/16 more, and see if that looks a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, and that stands out really good. Good, good, good. All right, I'm going to ink all of the edges of these with my Gathered Twigs ink. So speaking of the live videos, Mom and I were talking the other day, and we're thinking about trying to do a live video of some sort together once a month. And wanted to know what y'all thought about that. We enjoyed that. We enjoyed talking with everybody. I enjoyed the fact that we get to talk to each other live on there. So as you were commenting, as everybody was commenting on the live, see, I haven't done that many live videos on YouTube. So as everybody was commenting on the live, we were able to read their comments and talk to them, I mean, in real time. And I really, really love that. I mean, I go back and I read y'all's comments on my regular videos like this, but, you know, I don't get to interact with you in a real-time basis. So that was a little unique for me. And anyways, Mom and I were talking, and we were like, we need to do that once a month at least. Just kind of like meet and greet, but virtually. Because we know whenever we do start up our meet and greets and our crops and things like that in the spring, we are planning on that in the springtime. So y'all be watching for that announcement. So real life interaction, meeting with y'all, and you know, making cards and journals and scrapbook pages and stuff like that at a crop or a retreat or a meet and greet or whatever you want to call it. We're planning on that come spring. But being able to do that once a month virtually would be so fun too. And you know, everything doesn't have to be about getting a kit together just so that you can be with us on live. Nah, you don't have to do that. We don't have to have a kit for everything. So this is going to be like a sew. I'm going to go right into the corner of this and do my hole there so that we can flip it. Or should I do it in the middle? Ooh, I like it in the middle. Yep, I think that's what I'll do, is go right down the middle. And so then we're going to flip like this. So when I decorate, I want to make sure, so when this is the front, you're going to flip it like this. So that's going to be the top there. So make sure to decorate accordingly. Of course, you could just decorate them all the same way, and then you would just have to turn it when you flip it. So, but that is a cute front. I'm wondering if I've got another little die cut of some kind, or maybe some of this baker's twine to put on there too, just to dress it up a little bit, because it's a little plain, just like it is. I like that holly. We can do that, and then we can wind up a little bit of this baker's twine, this cute red Christmassy baker's twine along here somewhere. I think I like it sticking off of it, so just a little bit sticking off, and just glue it down. We can glue it down with our fabric glue. Yep. And I will ink this little piece of holly. And go ahead and glue that on. I had a little whoops with my liquid glue a while ago, so I got it all over the place. Cute. And then I will just do a little line of this fabric glue, if I can get the top off of it. So yeah, just a little line of this along the bottom of the frame. And as you can tell, I need some more liquid glue. So just right along the bottom of that, and add my baker's twine little piece, just to have something extra on there. I like that. That's cute. Okay. So now I'm just going to go through this paper pad and find me some more papers, some of my solid cardstock too. I will also do some with my book pages. I like that idea, doing a piece like this. So do 5 inches tall by 4 wide, and then gluing a book page onto the front of it so it's not so plain. Yep, that's cute. I like that. So let's go ahead and put all of that on there. And while that is drying, I really love that this book actually has something to do with Christmas. It says, at Christmas, every member of the staff received a present. One Traphus Bryant recalls that Mamie, so is this talking about the Eisenhowers? Yes, Mamie endeared herself to me because when she gave a little gift, she actually wrapped it and wrote the card herself. She really knew how to pick a present that you would cherish and use. So it's talking about holidays at the White House. That is so cool. Okay, so on the back, if you'll notice, I didn't cut off my branding strip. The branding strip. So I will put on a little piece of something like that to cover that up. I'll ink the inside of that. We might put on a little die cut too. Put that all down through there because that's going to be on the back side of this card that we put in our ring book. And we don't want to see that branding strip when we flip it over. Okay, so this will be the front, and when we flip it up, that's going to be the top. So we can add a little die cut or something. Oh, is that Mr. Little Santa Claus in there? It surely is. Do that, just like that, and then plenty of room to write with a white gel pen. Ideas, ideas. I love it. Let's just barely ink ice skating Santa. That's cute. And there's that mistletoe he has over his head with his little ice skates on. Now that's just too cute. That Simple Stories comes up with some of the grandest themes with their collections. We love Simple Stories. One of our favorites for sure. Now it is good to go ahead and trim off that excess book page. And yeah, my words are probably not going to be straight on the front. I'm okay with that. Not a big problem to me. So cut off the excess and then come around and make sure we don't need to glue it down some more somewhere. Oh, I like it. I know, yes. I know it's not glued down all the way. I need to do that, and I know that the words are not straight, but I'm okay. I like that. Yeah, Ike and Mamie. That's what that chapter of that book, particular book that we put in this kit was from. That's cute. Gotta add some more something to the front of this piece too, and we need to cut those corners or punch those corners while it's still wet. That might be a little bit of an issue, but I'm just gonna go for it. You know, when we're making a video for YouTube, we ain't got time to sit around and wait for glue to dry. We just got to do it. And then, you know, gum up our gum up our punch at the same time. Okay. We'll add, of course, something to that and ink the edges of it, but cute. We'll flip up, we'll have that. Need to add something there. We need to add something to that, and then we flip up again. We've got that twice. So I would say that something needs to go in between these two, and we can make it smaller. We don't have to make it 4 by 5. Something needs to go in between these two to break that up. I should have thought of that before I added that, but we can always move this elsewhere. So let's do a little something. Look at that, how cute. Added to the middle there. And then that would be in between. I still would need something else, but that's cute to add. And just round the bottom 2 corners. Leave the top as is. I like that, and I like that it might stick out just a little bit on either side too. I'm good with that. So that's another little 3 by 4 card. A little use that you can do with a 3 by 4. Too cute. I'm going to ink the edges of that. I'm going to ink these. I'm going to cut some more pieces and be right back. Alright, I've got my pages in there. I've got 10 different ones. So all of them are not big like this. I like adding a few little ones in as well. And I hadn't got everything decorated yet, but see, I like how that looks both ways when you've got little big throughout. So very cute, I think. And I need to add some more decorations and maybe some trim or ribbon or something to the ring, because I still like doing that. I know that is something that we used to do all the time when we made mini albums, was add baker's twine or ribbon, lace, whatever, to the ring to dress that up. I just still like doing that. So I will do that again. I like that one on there. I think I will put that there, ink it, and maybe put a word phrase or something, die cut sticker, something on that. Now this little ring book would be very, very cute if you made it for someone. Doesn't even have to be Christmas themed, of course. If you made it for someone and put in like hand wrote some of your favorite recipes in on these pages, that would be so cute. Let's do maybe a little bit of Father Christmas on there too. Ooh, I like that. And we can poke a hole and put a little bit of trim in that one too. I like that idea. That is tiny, so let's get a little bit of this baker's twine that come in the kit. Just do a little small one before we glue it down. and through, and then I'm just going to tie a knot at the top. And then I like for things to stick out on the sides or top or something like that. So I had stamped a snowflake and I fussy cut that out, had that sticking out of that side, and then I cut a circle out and had that sticking out of the very tip top. I love how that looks, that circle sticking out there. And I need something else sticking out this way. I had put a little die cut on this, but it's so skinny that it's not really poking out of the side unless I push it over to the side. So I think something needs a little something sticking out this way, and I think maybe I'll do it on the back of that one. Oh, I really, really, really want to add that tree. It is small enough that I could add that in here somewhere. And you can bulk this up too. You can add the brads, you can add whatever you would like, but it can be bulky too. I think the more chunky it is, the prettier it looks. Let's go with a little bit of torn paper along the back edge of this, and that's going to give us a little bit of something sticking out on this other side. Ooh, I like that. Let's do that. We can trim off our excess. I'm going to ink my torn edge on both sides, glue it on, let it dry, and then we will cut off our excess. I'm going to go all the way down, and yep, I want that side sticking out that way. And make sure that our torn edge is showing really well. And then we can add a die cut of some kind on here too, and that'll give us a little extra something sticking out too. I love decorating little mini albums, tag books, ring books, whatever you want to call them. Used to, mini albums was the thing that I did constantly. I mean, that's all I did was mini albums. I loved making mini albums. I still love making mini albums. I just don't have as many pictures to print out to add to a mini album as I used to. So I just don't make as many. Ooh, I like that, but I think I like that tag better. That one's kind of not, it don't match that. Let's look at this green one, just green. Ooh, I think I like just the green one better. Okay, ink this, and then we'll add that little cardinal die cut on top of it. And then by that time, we will be dry and can cut off our excess torn paper that we put on there. One of Miss Betty's tags. And then, let's see, we're going to put that on there. All of that's going to stick out, so don't put glue where your finger is, Melina. Glue that down. Ooh, that one definitely needs a little something. And let's trim off this. I think I'm going to leave it straight edged. I like that. Like how that looks. Oh yeah, I do. I like that. Okay, so let's look at it closed. See what we think. Yeah, that's cute. Got that sticking out there. I'm going to ink up my snowflake just a little bit more. pretty. So we got a tag and a moose on the back side of that one. This one is just plain, so we can add a little something to this one. Look at that. If we added the tree on there, it would hang off of that, but I like that. I like how cute that is. I don't want to add anything to this because this is some of that splattered craft cardstock that I made, and that will be really good for writing on. I really like that tree hanging off the bottom of that red piece. So let's just add that. Go ahead and add that on there. And I mean, if you didn't want to put any kind of die cuts on here, you wouldn't have to, just so you'd have plenty of space to write on. But I really like the cookbook or recipe idea to make this and write all, you know, some of your favorite recipes on it and send it to someone in the mail. That would be great happy mail. Love that idea. Okay, and then we can ink up that edge there too. And then it wasn't as long as the rest of the book, so it's not sticking out over the bottom, and so I'll leave that as is. I could write over that or put some craft paper on there and write on it if I wanted to. 'Tis the season. That's some good writing space there. I wanted to try to find a heart or something to go on this. This might be the best place to put one of these brads. Let's do, ooh, I like that joy. Let's get that out of there. And see, they're brads, but they're new age brads. So they just have the sticky on the back. I think I like joy right there. And I'm just going to straighten it up some. Yep. Cute. That's going to give me a little bit of bulk, and I'm fine with that. Plenty of space to write on the back of that one. And then we've got Saint Nick on there with a tag background from Miss Betty Ann. And then this backside needs some decorating. This one needs a die cut. I think I'm going to leave that as is because that's really good writing space. We can add a die cut to that. Really good writing space there. And there. And then I'm going to leave that as is. We can write on top of it if we want to, but I really like that paper like it is, like that, because it's got, you know, a little Christmas story from the White House on it. And then on the back side there, we can write really all we want with a white gel pen. So I have added what ribbon or trim or whatever I wanted onto my ring. And if you've got some of that satin ribbon that's pretty stiff, or what is it, grosgrain ribbon, you can always soften it up by doing like we used to do whenever we would make ribbon curls for our wrapped presents, and run your scissors along them, and that kind of gives you a little bit of a curl. You can do it over and over and over again and try to get it a little tighter of a curl if you want, but I thought all of those little trims were cute on there, and I like putting mine over the top of where the ring comes apart, opens up, so that way it doesn't do that as easily when you're just looking through the book. But there is the front, and we open it up. We got all kinds of eye candy throughout this, and plenty of spaces to write wherever we want to. I love how this little tag book come together. I put Santa on both sides of that one, and I don't even care. I like how it looks. I love St. Nicholas. The idea of him. I have some that say, you're a devout Christian and your husband is a evangelist or a minister. How is it that you like Santa Claus so much? I like the idea of St. Nicholas. Let me finish flipping you through this and then I'll explain myself. If you do research on St. Nick, there's all kinds of stories about him, some good, some not so good, but I love the idea of St. Nicholas, that there was someone down through the ages that took time out and said, hey, there are kids around this world that don't have like others do, and let's try to, get them some Christmas spirit. Let's try to get them a gift that'll brighten their eyes. And yeah, we know that getting gifts is not what Christmas is all about. But when the tradition started as far as giving gifts at Christmas, that started with the wise men. When they brought gifts of frankincense and things like that, when they heard of Jesus being born. So when that all started and people thought, Christmas time would be a great time to give gifts. Well, all families are not in a financial state where they can be able to do that. So some people decided, hey, let's start giving gifts to those a little less fortunate, helping out. Now, the idea of Santa since then has gone a little rogue, in my opinion. And when these parents are posting on social media about, look what Santa brought my 5-year-old, a new PlayStation, blah, 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 that's ridiculous, in my opinion. Because Santa can't bring that to every child. But I am surely appreciative of those. When I was young, Mom and Dad didn't always have enough money to get us stuff. And I remember people in our church volunteering to adopt a child in the church and give gifts to them because, parents weren't able to give as much as they could or wanted to their child, or they weren't going to get a gift at all during Christmas time. And they were Santa to our family. They were Santa to other families. Now we can be St. Nicholas to someone else in need. So that's where I found my fascination and want to connect and collect St. Nicholas or Santa or Father Christmas figurines and plush toys, because I just love that idea of being Santa to someone. And it all goes back to, let's be Jesus to somebody. Let's help people out. There's people that need help all through the year. But at Christmas time, it can be very lonely for a lot of people. And if I can be Santa or be Jesus, the hands and feet of Jesus, and help out along the way, I love that idea. So I think, just in my opinion, the way I think of Santa and how it all came about, that and the Lord Jesus go right hand in hand when it comes to Christmas time, because we're all just trying to help each other out as far as that goes. So anyway, I hope that cleared up a little bit of confusion that had some people perplexed. I guess I shouldn't have to explain myself to anyone just because I like to collect Santa Clauses. But anyway, it's the idea of Santa, being kind to people, helping somebody out when you know they need it. Not just at Christmas time, but the whole year through, y'all. Let's just be kind. Let's be compassionate. Let's be loving toward each other, and help each other out. You never know what somebody's going through. Come on. Let's help out. Let's do our part. I hope y'all have enjoyed this project today. I've got to go get all the ink off. I've got to finish up my Christmas cards. I got to finish up some crocheted snowflake ornaments and give them out as gifts, and then finish wrapping presents. Have y'all all done that? Have a great day. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.